Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back. All right. This is going to be another short one. Unfortunately, the time is running out very fast. Hey, wait. I'm losing control of my windows here. So let's get started. What was I doing the last time? Cool. This is the state of the rendering so far. We have water rendering somewhat correctly, and oh wait, there is an error. So we're getting a shader error. It says that trying to allocate 2 storage buffer from descriptor, but this pool only has a total of 1 descriptor for this type. Okay, that's interesting. What does that mean? It means that if we go to the solid flat module, by the way, why is it? So this was supposed to be kind of the first shader. It was supposed to be a solid flat color shader, just for starting up with, and now it's the shader. It's slowly evolving while still keeping the same name. But I guess we have time for more shaders as required. But this pool only has a total of 1 descriptor, so there should be a place here where we allocate vk allocate descriptor set, where we set the pool, where we create the pool, set layout bindings, descriptor count. While this might succeed in some implementation, it will fail in others. Okay. So it's not about the pipeline. It is about the pool. I'm gonna head over to the create pool. Wait, how is it called? Pool create info. And we have a total of max sets, which is 1. And how did I make 2 of them? Max sets, it should be set to 1. Where is it? Yeah, so that's 1. And who is trying to allocate 2 of them then? Okay, oh, I might have some idea. So again, please tell me what was the error. Pool size, the layout, or the layout bindings. Okay. So not in the right process, but in the layout definition. This is the pipeline. In the layout definition, Okay, here it is. So binding count, is this it? Descriptor count, descriptor count. This got storage. Oh, I see. Because it has two binding counts. So every time we generate the set, it is allocating two of these buffers, which are of the type storage buffer. This means that in the pool allocation, we need to say that this is a max of maximum sets times 2, and the 2 comes from the fact that we have two buffers. Even though we are not using the buffer, it still needs to be defined. Goody. So this should now solve the problem. And we are back to happily no errors. Okay, yeah, all good now, no errors. Everything's super clean, cool. So there's something that I wanted to do, which is getting the water to be darker. Water. Not in the chunk mesh. No, that it must be in the chunk mesh. So the type. Oh yeah, the color here. So when it's water, and the further you go from the zero, from the ground, the darker it needs to get. So what's the coordinate? So we have the y coordinate, which size. No, we have the vertices. We have the points. Okay, I think one of the vertices is fine. And what is C? That's the color. Okay. I could grab any vertex position. And that's all I have, right? Data. What's in data? Chunk data. It's got sector. It's got a sector. I could use a sector, which is the position of the whole chunk. Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't help. Well, it needs to affect the position. Or we could just say that blocks type. How are we getting? Well, the chunk data already has the blocks, and the blocks only have type. How are we getting the coordinates then? I have the coordinates. Okay. Oh yeah, never mind. The coordinate itself is in object space. So they will be from 0 to 1 anyway. So that's not very useful for the purpose of drawing them. But we also have the sector. So what I need to do is having the sector. Okay, and we can define a depth value where everything gets darker and darker, from which it gets clamped. But yeah, enough talking. I roughly know that I would need any of the vertices position. What? Wait, what? Oh, we have. Yeah, that's already position, right? Vertices. It feels like it's not picking. It feels like the autocomplete is not working. Wait, what? What is position? Okay, we get the vector of that type, but it's not able to infer that this is a vector. Well, anyway, that's gonna be y plus. I want to get the mesh data. Meshes of a type data. That's probably data dot sector dot y, and then I should. Okay, so the y is growing up, and then the sector is also, yeah, growing. Yeah, that should be right. That should be from 0 to 1. So the float y, that's gonna be this thing here. And that's cool. Okay. So what do I do from the y then? I need the distance. This is gonna be less than 0 anyway. So that's gonna be -1, getting closer to 0 at some point, but also 0. Where is 0? What if I plug? Whoops, where did I go? What if I plug y or 1 minus y? 0, 0, 0, and well, I don't know. I'll just plug this in and see what happens. I will randomly plug the y value of each of the blocks into this, and we get 0. Oh, that's ugly. That's scary, to be honest. And it gets brighter as I go down, and that makes sense. But instead, I want it to become brighter. Does it make sense? What if I 1 minus it? And is it doing anything? I have no idea. So I'm gonna break it and see what the actual values are. So it's gonna break here whenever we have some water here in the chunk, and the current position. So the data we get, it's the y is -1, and that is correct. And then as we add the position, the vertices, so let's get one of the VA. Wait, maybe I need to grab, yeah, oh yeah, of course, I need to grab one of these positions because that's gonna be the top one. But anyway, that's not going to make a huge amount of difference. And at -1, this is leading to -0. -0. So we do have negative values. Of course, we have negative values. It's a negative. So to make it work, of course, it's gonna be negative. I need to draw this. Control 3. No, why do I always get wrong? So Control 2 bring me to the drawing. So I'm gonna use red. This is a surface, and we're going down. This is going to be a -0.05. Okay, and this is gonna be -1. Let's say -2. And I need a value that goes from, well, let's say it's gonna need to lerp. I will decide the values of the colors. So this is going to travel from 0 to 1. And I'll just negate this. So that's going to be from 0 to 2. And I will divide it by 2. That sounds reasonable. 0. Well, that's just gonna be, yeah, I'll just divide and then clamp it. Of course, we need to clamp it. What is it? Floor. We need to floor it. Is it floor? It is floor, yeah. We need to floor it. Well, we need to clamp it from 0 to 1. So that's gonna be -2. I'm gonna take the absolute. Water is never going to be above 0 anyway. So yeah, that sounds like a plan. Cool, stop everything. So this is the y, and I'm gonna say minus, and float blue is gonna be y, or minus y, divided by I don't know, 2. Is 2 a good value? Probably. And then I feed this into z. But that is just, how do I know. I need a color. I need 2 colors. Can I glm lerp? Lerp. Yeah, I can lerp. I can lerp between 2 colors, which are going to be, okay, maybe it's in GTC. I'm gonna lerp between two colors, which is bright and dark. So they're gonna be vec3 A. Yeah, I'm gonna call it A, or top. Top, it's something. I'm gonna leave it like this, and then we have a GNM vec3 bottom, bikini bottom. So GNM vec3 color will be a lerp from top to bottom, following the B, and that's the color. Then I'm gonna plug the color in there, and boom, it's magically a color now. I will const everything. Well, what's wrong here? Oh yeah, I need to give some colors. What should I give as color? How do I pick a color in here? Is there any tool for picking colors? Maybe the hash? No, 0, 0. No, that isn't gonna work. Is there a color pickle? I'm gonna need paint, I guess. So paint helped me out to find a good color. So at the top, I want it to be nice and bright blue. RGB, HSV, RGB. Okay, so this is kind of green. Okay, 0. Okay, I'll need to. This is 5 over 256, 55. Then we have 113, 113. And then we have 225. How did it know? Well, this is gonna be 1. Okay. And then we need to be a nice dark value at the bottom. That's gonna be 0, 19, 61. This is 0, 19, and 61. They all be divided by 225. Well, I'm gonna divide 0. Cool. Is that it? Const expr. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Const expr. What about this? What is it complaining of? Rename local variable. Because we already have that. How do we call this? Plane Y, surface Y. Okay. Boom. Let's see what happens now. Maybe I can even lerp. Yeah, the bottom. The deeper we go, and maybe the thicker it becomes. Wait, that's too bright. I need bigger holes. So I gonna need to set the height of the holes a little bigger. Where is my guy? here. Okay, so the deep, maybe I could just offset everything, like let's make 10 for the height, and maybe I'm gonna increase the number of cubes, the number of damn, forgetting how to talk, the number of voxels drawing. Okay, that's wait, what? Why is it not doing the thing? Why is it not doing the thing? Is it? It's too much. Also, it's very slow. I'm gonna keep with 8. That looked very slow. Should I just say 1? Maybe I should just stick with 1. Why? Why do you even divide it by 1? What's the point in dividing by 1? But let's see. It's not getting darker. Is it getting darker? Kind of is. Okay, maybe there's a point in there. So it is getting darker. Is it? Is it not? It might be. And maybe this should tell us how transparent it is. So I'm just gonna say 0.1 to begin with, plus surface.y. And I hope the values get clamped, because otherwise bad things happen. Okay, it must be clamped. I mean, it's an 8. It's an 8-bit. It's an 8-bit pixel, after all. And da-da! What? Is this what it is supposed to be? I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Okay, what did I do wrong? Surface y is gonna turn to 0. No, it's negative. It is negative, and it's going to grow. It's going to grow downwards from 0 to 1 minus. Okay, that should be right then. Yeah, minus should be the thing. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Yes, it is fine. Okay, let's say that I wanted it not to be divided by 2, but rather divided by 0.5, which is effectively the same as multiplying by 2, right? And this should lead to more water being generated. And getting darker. So it is getting darker, and also, ooh, I love it. I love it. I like it. And then it's just darkness. Well, maybe it shouldn't be that dark. Yeah. Hey, this is a bit too dark. Well, also too opaque. Too much opaque. So this needs to be clamped. You're gonna clamp this value from 0 to 1. Okay, this should avoid total darkness, and minus but minus surface Y, and this should also be clamped. Or saturate. That should be saturate. Saturate. Yes, saturate is the thing. Wait. Saturate. Should be good. Saturate. Saturate should be from 0 to 1. Okay. All right, it seems like it's working. Cool. Even though it would be nicer if we had like the first layer to be a bit more visible. Yeah, it's probably too dark, too transparent. Maybe starting from 0.5. Well, anyway, it's looking good. It's looking good enough. So overall, this looks like it's a good idea, and maybe I can divide it by 2. Okay, it looks good. Like the color of the bricks, it doesn't really help much with the attenuation. It's like too much saturation anyway. But I'm quite happy with the results. Just need to fix the order of the drawing, which is still not perfect, as the chunks are looking the order in which the chunks get drawn, it doesn't help with the blending. And also the blending itself, maybe I should add I should change the blending mode, because having the blending mode to be and to be in the adding, like instead of blending between the previous color, additive, blending that would make it look better, because of the math that doesn't involve what it was there before. Well, even I don't know. I'm gonna say one last thing that I wanted to try is the culling. So culling mode, I wanted to set to none and see what happens to when I go underwater, because this should draw the layers above, and so when we are inside the water we should be able to see the top layers. But wait, where did you go? So when I go in the water, should be kind of trapped. I thought, yeah, I hoped it would look a bit better, but well, you know what? We could still draw the sides of the water body. So I thought that was going to be a waste, but actually, maybe drawing the whole drawing the whole like surface also from the inside. That could be nice to be inside the water and have this, like if you don't look at the bright row, it kind of looks good enough. So yeah, good results so far, and the performance is also not that bad. I'm gonna reset everything back to how it was before, and I'm done for now. We'll check in again the next stream where I want to separate the two drawing, and have the whole water separated into its own draw code, and to happen that after the whole ground draw. So cool. I'll post some of the updates on Discord too, so I'll be available there if you want to hang out. Catch you later with more progress on the project. Bye bye.